And I think if people would make them one time, they would see like, right? These are just legendary. Stay tuned and watch closely. Cool, yeah, cool. Hey, Andres and Craig here at the Baking Steel Test Kitchen.
What's up, guys?
Let's talk legendary English muffins. We all grew up on Thomas's and Bay's,
Yep.
right? And if you bite into those things, there's really not much going on as far as flavor,
True.
unless you caramelize them. So Craig and I took a deep dive, and figure out how to make them legendary.
Absolutely.
Using the same principles with flour and fermentation, we found 24 hours to be pretty ideal, a good ideal for English muffins. So what's happening is we're gonna ferment these things for a day, and that flavor buildup is going to be like epic.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show you how to make these at home.
How easy they are.
So simple, but just follow a few different techniques and you got it. All right, Chef, you ready?
We are back at it.
So you need a digital scale.
It's easy.
Got one. Because we're measuring these things, dialing in the water to flour.
Takes the thinking out of it.
Takes the thinking out. Flour, we like organic, all-purpose.
Yep.
It's a little bit softer than bread flour. Salt.
Sea salt. Fine sea salt.
We use a little bit of cane sugar, right?
Yep.
You could use some honey if you'd like to. So then we got a whisk.
I'll get a whisk.
We got a whisk. So we're gonna whisk this stuff together. We use everything by hand because we're really talented. Just whisk your dry ingredients together. We use avocado oil. It's a new secret weapon we learned, right?
Don't tell anybody.
Don't tell anybody. And then just pour the liquid into the flour. Grab our product placement here, GIR rubber spatula. I'm just gonna kind of mix this, fold it in together until I can remove it from the bowl.
This is like 65-ish% water, right? Hydration level.
65%.
So a little bit lower than what our pizza dough is, but it's still pretty high. So it's definitely going to be a wet dough when you start playing around with it.
So now let's just dump it out, just like this. Yeah, the one thing I didn't mention about this dough is that we used and we had it in the flour, like 1 gram of yeast, which is those foil packages.
Yep.
Those are 2 1/4 teaspoons. We use 1/9 of that. It's a micro amount of yeast.
Because of the fermentation, we still do 24 hours.
A long and slow fermentation, so that's all you need. Boom. Put this back into the bowl, just like this, and we're gonna cover it up with some saran wrap and place it in the fridge for 24 hours. And tomorrow morning, we'll get up and this will probably double in size by then, you think?
Yeah.
Maybe double.
And we'll portion them up.
We'll divide it up, portion it, and we're gonna show you how we make our dough ball, which is
Pretty cool technique.
pretty cool technique, pretty awesome. All right, so the next day comes out. We're gonna, this dough is fermenting for 24 hours. Someone just throws them like snowballs at you, right?
That's what's up.
These make good weapons. This is a little tricky, but not. You want to put a little bit of flour in your hands. We like these about 90 grams. Make sure your surface is somewhat like dry of flour. And all I'm gonna do is like form like a cup in my hand. Is that the right way to say it?
I like the claw.
The claw, right? And make a claw, and I'm gonna press and roll at the same time, right? And as I'm doing this, it's forming a ball. Really cool. And you can see, got a nice like ball here. I'm gonna do is take my semolina flour. We use Bob's Red Mill. I kind of coat my sheet tray with semolina. Take these balls and just roll it inside the semolina flour and place it there. Right? You see that claw? Super skilled. Got my ball. If you want to put a little bit more semolina flour, sprinkle some on top just so that plastic doesn't stick. We'll cover these and we'll let them proof for 3 or 4 hours. All right, so we've been proofing these for 3 or 4 hours. Next, we're gonna go stovetop on the baking steel griddle, and our magical oil, we were using clarified butter for the longest time.
Yeah.
We switched to avocado oil.
That's where it's at.
It's got a really nice burning point, smoke point.
It's consistent.
And it's
yeah.
super consistent. So we dial in our griddle, and we really want to nerd out. We get our infrared gun, and we like it about 300 degrees Fahrenheit to get the nice even browning.
Yeah, it cooks really well that way.
And the way we do that on our griddle, by the way, as you can see here, we've got this flame. We really let it go. We let it rip. We get it really hot, probably closer to 400 degrees, and then we dial it back down. So what's happening, that heat's spreading out.
And it evens out really nicely.
Evens out really nicely, and then we'll take our temperature gauge and we'll drop it. All right, so we've got our griddle about 330-ish.
Yep.
So now we've dropped that temperature down because we know it's going to kind of stay at that temperature for the next 10 or 15 minutes. Pretty easy. We got our English muffins and a proof. Let's throw the oil down. Avocado oil is like the magic oil for frying, right?
Yeah, it's consistent, it's even.
That's the mantra for English muffins, by the way. Fry, not dry. Fry, not dry. Right? Am I right?
It's the best motto we have.
Pretty. And we're dropping down, look at that. Aren't they beautiful?
It's time, ladies and gentlemen. Ready to do this?
So we're gonna flip and press.
Flip and press.
Do you flip first, then press, or do you flip and press?
I flip and press in once.
He flips and presses.
Check it out. This is the beauty of the baking steel right here.
Look at that, beautiful.
Look how uniform the color is. It's insane.
It's gorgeous.
Instagram worthy.
As I'm doing right now, Instagram Live. I'm
And again,
live today.
4 minutes agaan.
So we might, we can do
Maybe
four.
four and a half.
You might
we'll
want
check
to do.
them.
You want to do 5 on the second side, just because I'd rather. You're not going to overcook these. You're not going to burn them for sure because the temperature's right, dialed in. But 5 minutes on the second side, and you might need to explore that yourselves. But basically, 8 to 10 minutes. These things are perfect every time. All right, so it's been 4 or 5 minutes on each side. We're going to remove these. It's important that we let these cool, and here's the hard part.
Waiting.
Waiting. We gotta wait to let these things cool a bit. And it takes, another 10 or 15 minutes to just let them sit there. They're still steaming and cooking inside. So they're really hot, but they're still steaming. So let them sit, don't be impatient. It's hard not to. This is done. So about 10 minutes, we've been letting these things rest really patiently. I had to restrain Chef Craig. So now the secret to opening English muffins, a serrated knife around the perimeter. Like I go in maybe like a centimeter.
It's about 1/4 inch for all those metric challenged out
A
there.
1/4 inch. And now I'm gonna, when I peel these things off, just carefully, you wanna take a look at this thing. Ooh, you wanna talk nooks and crannies? Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Let's toast it up. The fruits of your labor. Cheers.